This is Drop and Drop Out, the weekly podcast where a mix of gamers come together to talk all about video games. Tonight, we are reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm your host, Patrick, and dropping in this week, Kayla Gray. Kayla, how are you?
I am swell. I have successfully not broken anything on the stream so far, so I'm knocking on wood.
W.
here.
Kayla. Also dropping in her co-host over at One More Game, a JK Games podcast, Jerica Hanna, aka Jerkachu. Jerica, how you doing?
I am trying to fight an urge just to break something on my desk, just to break something.
Yeah.
Kayla said break, and I'm like, how can I just like go crazy over here? But there's literally nothing I can break that wouldn't like mess up my situation for real. I need something to break next time.
We don't need you to be holding your desk up with your hands.
I don't.
Again.
That's why I was like, no sudden movements. I still haven't really resolved that. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
And finally dropping in Cognitive Clips, aka Jordan. Jordan, how are we doing? Welcome back.
Thank you. Doing pretty good. Glad to be here. Excited to see where this discussion goes tonight.
Oh,
very curious about this.
Excited, folks. Before we get into our Super Mario Galaxy review, of course, it would be an episode of Drop and Drop Out pod.com. I, for some reason, wanted to say. Without a little housekeeping. Life is Strange reunion over at One More Game. Episode 1 on Monday, Kayla. Tell us about that.
It was so much fun. We gave our if you're worried about spoilers, we kind of go into spoilers a little bit, but we were only played like 2.5 hours, which is essentially what is covered in like the direct. If you watch the direct ahead of time or like really like the trailers, not a lot that we cover that's not stuff that was already known, just more of the background on our choices, how we're setting the scene for the game, and our overall general first impressions of the game. So definitely check that out. And we're doing 3 weeks, we believe. So 2 more weeks. And we have a special forum in the Discord, which you should join if you're not already. Why are you not in there? Come on. We have a special forum where you can talk all about it as you play it. So we already have some good active chats in there, and you should join. Yeah, fun.
Jerica, can I ask you this?
Yeah.
As someone, I haven't had the chance to listen to your episode. Mm-hmm. Should I play Life is Strange Reunion so far, 2.5, 3 hours in?
I don't know.
Okay. We can circle back.
Come back next week because
Okay.
Chloe's got a little bit of an awkward walk. I saw her walk the steps and I got a little scared for her. I'm like, this looks like me. Am I?
A bit of a strange gait on this gal.
Struggling to walk up the stairs.
Good to know. Other housekeeping items next week. Spotlight Games episode 200. Everything has led to this moment. April 7th. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time over on twitch.tv/SpotlightGamesPod. My goal is for every single person in the chat right now to be there. Because if you're not there, I fear you are square. Got big announcements coming. Myself came in. We've been cooking up a little some that we're very excited to announce. And then, of course, the homie Jake Twitchin, not present because he died. Over on twitch.tv/Jake Twitchin Tuesdays. He's doing Tomodachi Tuesdays. So he's dead. However, he is still streaming Tomodachi Life. So make sure we do that. Schwagdaddy69 in the chat, my brother. Andrew, I was getting to it if you could practice some patience. I was wrapping up the housekeeping. He just called me and I texted him. I was like, I'm live. I can't answer. And he said, weapon stash, bow stash, or shield stash? Ask the people. He's playing Breath of the Wild and he doesn't know which one to do, I guess.
Amazing. I thought it was spam for a second.
Which one should we do?
So
Jordan, which should we do?
I almost lean shield because I feel like at the start of the game you have a little bit more weapon stash than anything else to start with, and so it never hurts to have an extra shield handy.
There you go. It never hurts to have an extra shield handy. You heard it here from Breath of the Wild sicko Jordan. But Andrew, you don't have to leave. You can leave the stream up.
Stay.
It helps.
Actually, speaking of, I actually did do a challenge run for myself once for Breath of the Wild where I did not activate any towers. And I also did not take out the, what do they call the Blight Spawn, Ganon things or whatever. So I didn't do any of the lead up. So that means when you get to the castle, you actually have to do like a back-to-back of all those spawns before you even get to the Ganon fight. So,
well, there you go. He
Blood
did that.
moon. Sorry.
The blood moon
rises once again.
He says bow stash it is. That's my brother. And then final piece of housekeeping, because we're so bad at plugging our own jamborees, throw in your Dido for the Song Battle Jamboree.
yes.
We are probably still quite far from it.
60% funded.
60%, not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
bad.
One day we'll get it, guys.
It's
One
almost
day.
70% complete.
One day, almost.
Hey,
Get fucked, Phil.
that's free advertising.
Any other
We love
any
you.
other pieces of housekeeping that I have not mentioned that any of you would like to throw out there?
I'm trying
Okay.
to think. We've got
No?
some exciting stuff cooking.
We do.
And if you've ever seen us wear this lovely merch, if you're watching the
yeah.
video version, you can get
I'm not wearing
yourself
merch.
some on dropanddropoutpod.com. And Jerica and Audrey have done some fantastic work on the website. So you should just go look at the website if you haven't looked at it in a while, because it's got some fun upgrades. Check it
There
out.
you go. Check it out. I think I need to replace my gray shirt because I think I ruined it today. while
What'd you
cooking.
do?
No.
I was cooking and I got shit all
Oh.
over it.
Oh.
I think it's oil based. So it's like, it's hard to get an oil
Oh.
stain out of a shirt.
Oh, it is.
Or
that's
it's the
bad.
or it's my dirty shirt.
Just suck it out. It doesn't just work on snake bites.
I did see there was a video Rose had sent me that it's like something with like a starch, like a corn starch and like an iron.
Yep.
Like
Interesting.
I've
the
seen that.
oil
I haven't
out.
tried it, but
I haven't tried
yeah.
it. I'm scared to, but I have nothing to lose at this
No,
point.
yeah, do it.
Nothing to lose.
Record
What's
it.
an iron?
Oh, brother. Let's shout out our quick chat submissions. We got some fucking subscriptions from Sirius Shard, 14 months in a row, dude.
Let's go.
We got
So-
Coal Mines, we got
OG,
Friendship, we got High
OG.
School Weekly, we got Eula, we got Schwag Daddy, the aforementioned. Thanks for being here, y'all. We are here, as I mentioned at the very top of the show, to review the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We all saw it last night, opening night, and we are going to share our thoughts. This is the way this is going to work. This is the way this is going to work, Jordan. We're going to start with our high-level thoughts. We're going to give our review, our quick review, and then we're going to go through beat by beat the movie and talk about it. So at some point, it's going to get spoilery because we're going to talk about the whole movie. And then at the end of the show, we're going to talk about what do we want next? Do we want a Smash Brothers movie? Do we want more Mario? Do we want to dip our toes into another Nintendo IP? We all have ideas, and we're going to share them. So let's start with Kayla. What'd you think of the
High-level
Super Mario
thoughts?
Galaxy movie?
Listen, I will preface this by saying that I am not a major movie critic. I'm very much a vibes-based enjoyer. I'm not super critical when it comes to this form of media. If I'm looking at like games, books, I would say I'm definitely more like critical, more like zoomed in to that medium. For some reason, movies has always been something that I'm pretty like, did I have a fun time? Yes or no kind of
Sure.
thing. I had a fun time watching this movie. I think like we went with a bunch of friends, so that also like contributed to it. Jerica and I went together. Josh, not present, but in the chat, also was there. So that was fun. That adds to like the experience, I feel like. Do I think it is like the most legendary movie, the best video game movie that you have to see? No, I don't think so. Would I maybe say that the first movie is better? Also, yes, I think so.
Okay.
We can analyze that more later, but overall, I enjoyed my time. I would rewatch it. I don't think I would rewatch it like this week per se, but I definitely see myself rewatching it. I would recommend it to people that like Mario. I had a fun time for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's high level.
Jordan, what were your high-level thoughts of the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
So I did not read any full reviews before going in. I saw the very middling to not very good aggregate scores and all that. And then I peeped some of the comments in our Discord and a couple of things like after the fact. And I feel like I watched a different movie than everybody else did because I had a lot of fun with it too. Like, I feel like it fixed a lot of the stuff that I thought was like grating about the first movie, especially the soundtrack. I think there's only one needle drop I can even think of, like an actual pop culture needle drop in this movie, as opposed to like 17 per minute in the first movie. But I had a lot of fun. I thought all the characters I was cracking up. I thought the characters were well done. I thought the action was cool, the animations and stuff. But like, on top of all that, this was my daughter's, she's 5 years old. This is her first movie going experience.
Aww.
And she had an absolute blast. Like,
Nice.
she was just Like there was so much of best day ever, joking about not seeing it yet, so we need to turn the car around and go watch the movie because we haven't gone yet. Like wants to go again next week. Like so she had a blast. We got the Yoshi popcorn bucket. We went all out. I think somebody commented to you in the Discord like, "Oh, did you drop like the $49.99 for that thing?" And you were like, "No, I didn't." I did. I didn't have any discounts or anything. I was like, well,
to be clear, Andrew on Carts AOC said, "Did you pay $50 for it?" No, I paid $52.99 for it, and it's sitting right there. So
it's a hefty thing. It fits a lot of popcorn. It's pretty cute. So I was like, I got to go all out for the girl. You know, like it's.
I mean, if there's only one Yoshi
You got
popcorn
to.
bucket. Come on, the Yosh. And this thing, I mean, fuck. This thing opens up, dude.
It does.
Look at this thing.
I'm sad there's not a baby inside. A baby Yoshi.
Look how far down I can go. This is fucking crazy.
Who up fist in the Yoshi bucket? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Wow, there is a lot of space in
I know.
there. I didn't.
Yeah, it's a lot
I
of
didn't
space.
put
Yeah.
my hand in Josh's last
From
night.
Cuck Mario to Fisted Yoshi, I fear.
We gotta figure out. I think that's
Punish-
the name, maybe.
I did. You said gaping pre-show, which I also really like gaping Yoshi a lot.
That's a
That was
good
pretty
word.
show.
Yeah. Jericho, what'd you think?
I thought that this movie was probably like one of the coolest looking animated films I've seen in a long time. Truly like spectacular. Like everything I watched was I saw on screen was a spectacle, to the point where I was like, I don't know what's happening here. I just see a lot of these pretty lights, and there's a lot of there's Yoshi running around.
Yeah.
And I was like, but this looks, I don't know what's going on, but fuck, this looks really fucking good. But I have to say, like, it definitely felt like I was there for a movie, but it felt less like a movie, more like a 4D, like, theme park ride. Like, this should be like I could slice up parts of this movie and see it on one of those, I don't know, when they strap you in on the arm thing that moves you around and and things are spitting on you. You might get wet on the ride. I don't know. You might smell something. Is that like 4DX? Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as far as like the adventure and the fun, Jordan, that you mentioned, like absolutely. I just like, I can't wait to get in the conversation, because as far as like a story that emotionally like was grounded for me personally, which I know like Mario's for kids, but also like we're all adults here. We want to know more about Mario. I need to know more about what keeps Mario feeling like he belongs here with Princess Peach. And I think there was just some missed opportunities for a few characters. I know we had to fit a lot of characters in a short time frame. So I know why things were probably left off the table. But I don't know, the story never really landed for me, but it sort of didn't matter, because like the adventure and what I got to see on screen like helped alleviate some of that struggle.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It was like the story was exactly as much there as I needed it to be. Like it wasn't going any further than it needed to get us from point A to point B, if that makes any sense. Like it wasn't.
It barely went like 2 feet though.
Yeah. And there
I disagree, but
Yeah.
we'll get into that.
There certainly could have been more story there. But yeah, I mostly am aligned with y'all. I was expecting this movie to be a fucking piece of shit. Like I thought,
because that's how people were talking about it.
with review, and like Cayman had sent me, there was a review from the Times from this guy called Kevin Maher. I don't know if that's how you say his last name. That reads, "The film is torturous to sit through, and for me, provoked periods of actual physical discomfort. I had to stab myself repeatedly in the hand with a pen to distract from the howling distress. It's that bad and that offensive." I don't know what movie this guy watched.
What movie did he watch? Like,
Truly.
I want to see watch the Human Centipede with this
Like-
guy, or whatever movie that Cayman wants to show me next. The
fucking-
Crystal Coconut.
This guy, like, I don't know anything about this guy, but that's a fucking crazy take, and like a hyper privileged take. Like, that is so crazy to me, to say that you had to stab yourself in a pen because you were that uncomfortable in the Mario Galaxy movie. I think is crazy. Is this movie great? No. Like, is it good? Yeah, sure. Like, I don't regret going. I don't regret spending like over $100 all in because of this fucking popcorn bucket. And like, I bet it's not gonna be as good on a second viewing. Like that's the experience I had with the first one. I had a great time in the theater. I watched it again. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this being better in the theater. But like, I feel like it served its purpose. I think I don't expect a Mario movie to bring me to tears. Would it have been nice? Sure. But like, I don't need that. Like I'm totally, and like, I think my two biggest issues with the movie where I feel like it just ends.
It's like,
I feel like the ending is like, I got like whiplash from the ending. And I feel like, and like Jericho, you kind of touched on it a little bit. I feel like there are some characters in this movie that I was like, why are you here if you're going to be here for like what feels like 10 seconds? And so like, I wish that they had kind of spread the love a little bit more. Pikmin, but even like bigger, like Rosalina. Like Rosalina's really not in this movie very much.
I was
And-
making a joke that I figured that's who you were talking about, but also
I mean, Pikmin would've been
align
great.
with you there. But like,
But even like, and I guess I don't know. I shouldn't spoil reals yet, but there are some
I just
characters.
did.
Yeah,
but
no,
it
it's
was
fine.
like 2 seconds, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's
who-
fine.
You're here, you
who's
know.
like me?
Yeah.
You know, just looking for Pikmin in this movie.
but
That's the
yeah,
only
so
reason
they-
I was there.
They showed that beforehand too, like on the. They
Oh,
revealed
that's
that
right.
themselves. Yeah.
Birdo, like the extent in which we see Birdo is the extent in which they showed Birdo in the trailer. Like that's almost the entirety of Birdo in this movie. It's just like, okay, well that's kind of lame that the trailer showed us 85%.
I think it's more lame that they sort of spoiled Star Fox for us.
Oh,
like
for
that would have been
sure.
such the best reveal in like that. I feel like that could have swayed some opinions if people didn't know that was in it.
For sure. Yeah, I big agree. But yeah, so ultimately, like I had a good time with the movie. I think to give it a 0 out of 10 is a fucking crazy take.
Who's giving
I
it a
would
0 out of 10? Is that
This guy,
yeah,
the-
that
From the
guy.
Times.
the guy that was tortured by watching the movie supposedly.
Come on.
Fucking but yeah,
This is
no,
what
I
they
would give
think
this like a
we sound
7,
like.
a 6, like
That's what yeah.
yeah,
It's good.
like yeah. So
I'd even go 8 myself. honestly.
really,
Like,
I see 8. I
yeah.
feel like is maybe if I'm trying to be like critical and like think with a critical eye, I think 8 for me is a bit high. But I would recommend this movie to anyone listening to this podcast. So
Oh, actually, to that point, Patrick, very slight correction to your statement from before. I actually did not get to go last night. We went this afternoon, so it's literally only been like 4 hours since I got out of the movie. So maybe tomorrow, when I have to sleep on it, maybe I will think less of it. But right now, I'm riding high, baby.
yeah, hell yeah.
I'm riding high on that Yoshi.
Well, let's go through the movie, and so I have some like basic story beats of that go through the movie, and we can just stop and discuss whenever we feel like. So
So if you're spoiler reverse, this is your chance.
if you're spoiler
to dip.
reverse, this is your chance. And also, I did most of this from memory, so some things might be a little out of place. It'll be fine. We're gonna make it through, and it's not gonna be a huge deal. Also, will somebody please help High School Weekly in the chat? Dude
What's
is,
happening?
I think he just he is freaking out about these highlighted messages, and it's freaking me out. We're gonna be fine, Josh. I swear. Okay, the movie starts with Princess Rosalina and her Luma children reading them their bedtime stories about Peach and Mario on the Comet Observatory. It's like, you know what I didn't say in my initial review is like this movie, the music in this movie is so fucking astounding, and it starts at the opening section in the Comet
Yeah.
Observatory of hearing like the Lumas like chirp and the music of the Comet Observatory. It's like I thought the opening of this movie was fucking great.
It was.
Yeah. After this, we during story time, their home is attacked by Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. kidnaps her and takes her into space. I was, in a way, I was a little shocked that we just like dove right in. I was like, let's just fucking get into the conflict immediately, which I
I was
appreciate.
surprised that we opened right with Rosalina too, but I was like, there's my emo girly goddess. There she is, right there. Jerica, you're the professional hair reviewer. The hair in this movie
Good.
looks so
It
good.
flows.
I feel like
Like-
we talk about hair in video games often. It looks fantastic in this movie.
Like everything in this
It
movie
does.
is like the fidelity of everything is insanely good. Like Illumination is working some really fantastic magic. Makes me want to go back and like watch some other movies that they've done. I just don't watch a lot of animated things. So yeah.
Like there were some moments that involved like people having like their hair blown around by like explosions, and I was like, y'all, Illumination is cooking.
They were cooking, man.
Yes.
We said it in the top section, but God, this movie is fucking pretty. Like,
It is.
It looks so
That's
good.
one thing you can't deny is like it looks incredible, like the texture, like all of it. And I know we'll probably get into it, but I do think that it was pretty clever the way that they play with like the more pixelated aspect of the like world when they throw that in there, like you're playing the video game. Maybe they use it a little bit too much towards the end, but I don't know. I really liked it, especially when like Mario. I know, and like that's the thing is like this movie. Is it fan servicey? Yes. Are we all fans? Also, yes. So there is that. Like, I mean, it just works for us because that's like it's something that we love. So I don't know if you can really fault it for that. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can, but
And like
I'm sad. Oh. I was going to add real quick, like, I'm just sad at the beginning. Like, we didn't get, I don't know the stars' names or if any of the stars have names, but I was really devastated that the little emos, like, well, I guess the star that likes to torture people, and so that's
The
the really
Luma.
dark side, was at the very end, like after credits and not in the movie more. I'm like, that was false advertising. I'm here for a few things. One of them starts with a P, the other starts with that star, whatever its name is.
I was disappointed that we didn't get Existential Luma either. I don't
There
know
we
if
go.
that I
Yeah.
don't know if that Luma has a name, but
That's it.
so I popped in the post credits when we saw Existential Luma.
I was
for
cracking
sure.
up. And like
It was so funny.
y'all
It was,
were-
it was so funny.
Y'all were talking about
I
like
love
getting
it.
right to the action, and I feel like that was one of my biggest critiques on like rewatches of the first one. Is like, I know that that's kind of how first movies in a series kind of have to go. That to like set up the characters, blah blah blah. But like, I feel like the opening of the first Mario movie kind of really drags. Like, especially with the whole detour of like the weird dog getting stuck in the shower and attacking them. I was like, okay, can we just like
for sure.
move
Oh,
on?
I
yeah.
mean, the
good point.
advertisement for the Secret Life of Pets.
Right.
They also.
Seriously. And then,
Sorry.
like you said, this movie just gets right to it with Rosalina, and then like we get to the next stuff, which it just keeps on. The momentum is a lot better, I think, in this movie than the first one was.
Coal Mines in our Discord had written in saying, which made me laugh, holy shit, the first movie tech demo. But then also, to me, the movie was quite literally jingling keys, the movie, just, ooh, shiny new problem, to, ha, problem solved, constantly with a lot of fan service mixed in. Which I do feel like I see the critique and I see the criticism, and I'm not going to necessarily say you're wrong. But I also think that I feel like, as someone who doesn't watch a ton of children's movies, I feel like you can say that about a lot of them, though.
Yeah.
Most
Would you agree, Jordan, as someone who watches a ton of these?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But again, it's like
there are
if that's
there
what
are
you feel,
exceptions. There are exceptions. Like I said, the more modern Disney animations and the Pixars and all those, like they usually take a little bit more time to hit the emotional beats and whatever else, like more so than others. Those aren't the only ones that do it, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like there's so many movies where it's just it's not supposed to be. Well, who is it? That's in that kind of movie. It was Harrison Ford, right? It's not that kind of movie, kid. Like,
Sure.
Like we're not coming here. Like I said, we're fans of this. We want, to some degree, we want the fan service. I thought that it was done well, but I know we'll get to that later. But I don't want to get ahead of myself too much.
Sure. Well, after this, we go to the Sand Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey with Mario and Luigi. They're on their little dirt bikes going through the desert, and they've been called in by the residents to inspect a sound coming from the upside down pyramid. I don't know if that pyramid has a name, but if you played Odyssey, you know the pyramid I'm talking about. And the sound, naturally, is Yoshi. And within 30 seconds, Yoshi's just in the crew.
Jesus in it.
I
There
do
you go.
love that he was in it early because I do like that he was like a party member. Like he was like with them and like I do think it added a lot of like flair to the group. Like I mean I love Mario and Luigi together like in the first one, but I loved having Yoshi too. Yoshi is my favorite. So
Yeah.
Yoshi was fun. I was surprised at how much they almost made Yoshi like kind of like a Despicable Me character. What do we call those?
Minion.
Minions. I feel like Yoshi was giving Minion vibe to me, of like being kind of like the slapsticky type humor, like dancing at times. Like I really expected Yoshi at some point to say 6'7" with this, like sometimes with the way that the movie was going, and like not a joke. Like I really thought that was going to be the way they took Yoshi, but I liked the amount of Yoshi we got ultimately though.
Yeah.
the French Dip, thank you for the sub, 4 months sub. Thank
The
you.
French dip sub.
Also, that's funny. Also said the Yoshi intro sequence was very fun. One of the best parts of the movie. I agree that the song with like the intro and like where the angle of like where you're at with him. I loved that intro.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that Hypnotize? by Biggie?
Yes,
Is that what that song
yes.
was? Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
He was giving me like definitely Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes with his
Oh, sure.
experience, like
Yeah.
in the city, getting out of the sewer, and then having to run from humanity because you're an abomination, but not really. But that's like how the Ninja Turtles, they have to hide. Shredder's like, don't go above the sewers, kids. I don't know. That's not how Shredder sounds.
That was good.
I agree
Splinter,
with Fringe
excuse
Dip.
me.
Oh, Master Splinter, yeah.
Yeah, excuse me.
Fringe Dip says also his little walk too good. His little
It was thick too.
tail
It was
kind of
a
shaking
thick little,
walk.
yeah,
was
it
very
was
good.
thick. Shouty was thick, and I liked it. I liked
Also,
how she looked.
Y'all brought up TMNT.
Yep.
And
Yes.
Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is currently on. Did you all know that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like canonically, like the creators have talked about this, they were supposed to have been created in the same accident that blinded Matt Murdock?
I've never heard that
No.
before.
Yeah. There's like, I think it's like in the
Ooh.
background
I mean, it's
of
Warner
one of the
Brothers,
first.
right? No, just kidding. That's not
What?
right. Ignore me. Sorry. That's not right at all.
Like in the
Nice.
original comics for TMNT, which I didn't even realize that they were comics until like, I don't know, 10 years ago. But like I think that there is like a kid like getting knocked over by the accident, like in the background of the thing. But of course, it's not like a Marvel comic, so they can't actually like officially say it in the comic. But the guy's like, yeah, this is supposed to be like the same ooze that blinded
That's funny.
Matt Murdock is the ooze that created the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Also,
Turtles.
Yeah.
Ivan Ooze from
And that
Power
like all the
Rangers.
things like they've got in Daredevil, there's the hand, the Ninja Clan, and then in TMNT it's the
Oh,
foot.
that's right. I've heard about that connection before.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me for sure. Also, High School Weekly with a highlighted chat. Let me please read the highlighted chat from High School Weekly. It says the Yoshi sounds were accurate. Some deep cut Yoshi sound effects in there. I loved all of the Yoshi sound effects. It was
Yep.
very
Yes.
good. I feel like
They-
there wasn't enough bottom for me, but
I agree.
It could have used some more.
they could have used some more bottom. But ultimately,
I think that-
agree.
Maybe we should all do a little bump.
Bottom.
Bump?
They go back to the Mushroom Kingdom to attend Peach's birthday party, and Mario is nervous because he likes her and got her a gift while at the party, which I thought was a fun kind of callback to Mario Galaxy 1 when we start at the Starfest or whatever it is. It's not actually Peach's birthday, but we have the Luma like shooting stars happening and stuff, which is it felt like a bit of a reference, even though it wasn't the exact thing that was happening. And then while at the party, a Luma crash lands outside the castle and asks for Peach's help. And then everyone's like, oh, Peach, don't go. But then her and Toad are like, let's fucking get out of here. And they leave a little note for Mario and Yoshi. I thought this whole segment was also, I thought it was a good reintroduction of Peach for the movie.
Yeah. I also like I know we already talked about Rosalina in the opening, but tell me why both Rosalina and Peach are the real main characters of this movie, and
Yeah.
they're so cool. Like Rosalina and Peach, both baddies in this movie, and
Sure.
Peach was a baddie in the last movie, but yeah. I love when she gets her. There's a name for it. What's the umbrella called? It's like a
Parasol.
Parasol. Him giving her that was so cute, and
That was
I
really
loved
cute.
this part. This whole scene was really good. I liked the way that they portrayed like the Luma in the sky, and I feel like it was a good like setup, like kind of like calm before the storm kind of thing. Like there's a party. Yeah, I liked this scene a lot.
And it was a good, because we don't get a ton of the like interpersonal character moments in the movie because of how fast they move the plot along. It was nice to have like some will he, won't he about like telling Peach he likes her from the beginning of the movie. Like it was nice to kind of set that groundwork for, even though there's not a ton of payoff for that, I'm still glad that was like something that we had throughout the movie was, is he going to say something?
Yeah,
See-
I thought that was so cute with the whole like, what did he say? It's something like, "Oh well, if you don't like birthdays, I guess you're not gonna get this present," or whatever. Like,
Yeah, that was
a cute
very
little
classic.
little quip. And like, speaking of just, this is the 14th time we've talked about the beautiful animation, but like,
Right.
I got literal chills with all like the stars streaking across, and, like the colors.
Yeah.
Like it was beautiful. It was so well done.
Agreed. Well, Toad and Peach leave, and they leave Mario and Luigi in charge to watch over the Mushroom Kingdom, which we get this fun montage of Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi protecting the Mushroom Kingdom with this like motif of the old overworld maps, which like a crime pops up, and it's like a little level from the original Mario games. And then we see, and like it was a fun kind of mix of like different obstacles or scenarios or levels of like throughout different Mario games.
Yeah.
Throughout those, was there any like a standout moment for you there, Jordan? Just to like put you on the spot without prep.
No, you're good. I'm trying to think. Is like I just it may seem like a cop, but I love that whole sequence just in general.
Me too.
But I loved when I think it was the first one that had like the Hammer Bros, because then
Yeah.
my daughter leans over, she's like, "Oh, they're easy. Yeah, this is gonna be easy," because she knows
so
how to
funny.
defeat them in the games and stuff.
That's good.
And they have the little flag where they actually solve the crime. They had like the Mario flag too.
Yeah.
But real quick, that also like I love that she was they had the voiceover of her reading the letter with her like in kind of in silhouette, just like Super Mario 64. Like oh Mario, I wanted to invite you to my birthday or whatever. Like in Mario 64, with like the letter on the screen. Like it was like almost beat for beat how they did that in the game. So that was cute.
Yeah, that was cute. That was good. Okay, we have that little montage situation. Then afterward, it ends with like one more thing after they've saved the day throughout the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's coming. The call's coming from inside the house. We have teeny tiny Bowser just freaking out in his little teeny tiny castle, which I thought was cute. And we learn that, or we don't learn. This happened last movie, but Bowser is teeny tiny now, and he's trying to convince Mario and Luigi to make him big again. Which this whole sequence, I was like, this was actually throughout the movie, this was the first time we got to a part in the movie, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of bored with this little section. Did anybody have that vibe?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I enjoyed. I guess.
Kayla,
like,
you're
talking
muted.
Hello. Sorry.
Hi. Hello.
I was just gonna say I did find this part a little boring. I don't know if this is a hot take, but like probably not because everyone else was shitting on this movie besides us. But I wish they would have gone with a different villain. Like I know technically Bowser Jr. is like the villain for the most part, but like I think they really tried to push the Bowser redemption arc on me, and it didn't sell me. I don't know. Like, I get what they were trying to do, and it's like very classic, like, redemption arc, if you will, like for him. But I kind of wish they would have gone with something a little bit different. I know he's like the classic Mario villain, but I feel like they could have done something a little bit different that would have been more entertaining for me. But yeah.
Well, I liked at first that it seemed like, because, Bowser's the bad guy. We know that this is a front, that he's trying to convince them that he's good. But there was like a slight moment where I thought maybe they were actually making an interesting choice and like, oh, Bowser actually is good now, which I thought could have been like a cool change up and something different. But it's, it's the kind of thing, it's like there aren't many villains in the Mushroom Kingdom. There's like all the different Koopa kids, but like they don't have personalities either. There's the weird like rabbits in the new games. They have a name. I don't remember what they're called.
They're rabbits.
No one remembers. Everybody remembers how great
No.
Odyssey was, and those were the worst part because no one.
Yeah.
I sort of wonder, like, hey, like, do they not go deeper into like potential new characters? Obviously, because like Mario's a different IP because we really haven't had movies or shows like this to ingest this world. So I wonder if like it would hurt them to have any other character take the villain spotlight, because at that point you're they're holding themselves accountable to the story art in the games now. Because like, I mean, we don't play Mario games for me. I don't play them for the story. I play them for the gameplay. Some people might disagree there, but like I don't.
If you're playing them for the story, you're going to be left wanting most of the time.
So I just wonder, do they not go further because they're trying to protect like the game IP and like
maybe. I also, Josh, I had thought this earlier and it left my brain. In the theater, I was like, wait, where was Wario? Wario, I think, would have been such an inspired villain choice after the second movie instead of Bowser Jr.
He's got to be coming. It's going to be the next one. It has to be,
I was
right?
shocked. He must be, right? Like we can have that conversation more fully at the end. But I would really expected us to see Wario in some capacity this movie.
Maybe
Jordan, remind me of that later. When we get to that, remind me of that later, because there was a line in the movie that I think would set that up perfectly.
Okay.
But like, I don't know if this is the time to point this out, and Josh is probably going to give a highlighted comment to contradict me, and he'll be right when he does. He will be right, by the way, because he knows more than I do. But like, when I'm thinking of video game IP and like Nintendo IP specifically, like Mario is pretty far down when it comes to narrative specifically. Like usually, again, not every single time, but most of the time, the setup is, oh, Bowser and or some other thing kidnapped Peach or is doing something bad, and now you go through the worlds and you jump on things and you stop them. Like,
Yeah.
And then like a half step up from that is like Metroid, where it's like, okay, so there is like a backstory at least. And like during the games, there's not a whole lot. You just have the backstory of like, oh, this is like this species that needs to be eradicated or whatever. And then Zelda is like the chief of the narratives when it comes to like Nintendo IP, especially. Like there's usually a lot more depth to the narrative and like the Zelda games and stuff. So like,
But even there, Nintendo historically is not the narrative king.
right.
In
And
general.
like I think that also plays into why I'm higher on this movie than a lot of people seem to be, because I don't come to a Mario game for an in-depth story, so I'm not going to come to a Mario movie for an in-depth story, because half of the shit in this movie they're having to add in for the movies to make it more of a narrative. Like
Sure.
the reveal that we get later on between two characters, that was never actually confirmed until this movie. Like
This
famously.
movie is just like Arcane, by the way. Everything.
Yeah.
A lot
Sure.
of things.
Oh,
There's so
Jerica, good
many
pull.
correlations to how I feel about Arcane. Not all of them, but like I was just like, even that character moment, I was just like, same thing happened in Arcane. Like
That's true. Yeah, you told me
they
about
weren't
that.
sisters until the show, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Aliens was
So
At one
that's
point, I thought I saw a
that's my
Hexgate,
opinion.
too.
What's that?
Yeah, no, it's a good point, and it's the kind of thing where it's like, sure, could a movie be the opportunity for Nintendo to elevate the story of Mario? I think we could all agree they have done that. It just isn't as much of an elevation, I think, as maybe a lot of people would have hoped for. Because
Fair.
there is certainly, even though the story is pretty thin here, there is more story here than in just about any Mario game that's ever happened.
Yes.
And I
Just
think
about,
there's
not
more
all
here-
of them, but
close.
most
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
I think there's more here than the first movie too. Personally, I feel like most people disagree with me. I can't remember if you all said like I feel like the story in this movie is a lot better than the first movie too, where like there's a lot more of a setup besides just like I don't know.
There's more of a setup for
That's
sure.
true. Yeah.
I was
guess
more
'cause it is
emotionally
like an
connected to the
intro.
first movie than this one. I hope I'm not sounding like the one that's like, I just thought I could care less about the
No.
narrative in this movie. It
I
was
think-
really cool to watch. That was the takeaway I had
I think the big difference,
for me.
if I could perhaps try to figure out why you
yes.
think that, Jerica, is the first movie was very singular in its setting. It's basically New York and Mushroom Kingdom. That was basically it. Whereas this movie, we spend 2.5 seconds in the Honey Hive Kingdom. We spend 5 seconds in the Gateway Galaxy. Like we jump around
It was
so
a spectacle.
much.
It's like
It was a spectacle.
showcasing, hey, let me show you all this cool Nintendo
Right.
shit just because we can. That's what it was, a theme park ride.
Right. But I think because of that, because they didn't really stick their feet in for very long anywhere, I think it was hard for people to connect as much as they did in the first movie, in my opinion.
I will
Yeah,
give you this
I
though,
agree.
Jerica. Like I mean, and just people at large, like they really nailed the whole like the brotherly connection in the first movie. That was really really well done. Like I'm not taking away from that. I just feel like
This movie, the connection was way better between Mario and Luigi for sure. I would, if that's what you're leading
no,
into.
I was trying to say that like that was something that they did well. That like that was the crux of the movie. It wasn't so much save the princess. It was like save my brother.
Sure.
I thought that was like a really good angle that they took for the first one. But
Yeah.
again, I just feel
Yeah.
like overall the second one, like plot wise, I liked more. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, it's probably partially because like a lot of this, they're trying to save Rosalina, who they don't know. Like none of them know her.
Sure.
As of right now. Whereas like before, like I guess they didn't know Peach for that long, but also like Mario was trying to get back to Luigi for most of the first movie. So like there is kind of like that more, the stakes maybe feeling slightly higher, I guess. But no, I will say one thing, and I forgot to mention this earlier when it first came up, that I'm usually a sucker for like a romance, but I feel like I wasn't sold on the way that they were having like Mario crushing on Peach. And I guess it's because it kind of feels still like early stages and it's a kid's movie. Like you're not going to have like yearning
Yeah.
in a Mario movie. But like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been, yeah. Which, by the way, there is a scene, if you are an ACOTAR knower, the Luma scene where there's like the starfall happening that's like literally reminds me exactly of an ACOTAR scene, but I digress. Nobody here is going to understand that reference, but yeah.
I mean, look, this movie certainly would have benefited from a Wuthering Heights type scene of like one of them like watching the other one fuck somebody from across the fucking. Like, it certainly could have been there for sure.
For sure.
You know,
Alas.
One of my issues, issues is a strong word, but like I feel like they are in the first movie and this one are being kind of non-committal on it, as they kind of have been in the games too, where they're like, "Oh, Peach's good friend Mario." They always try to minimize it, even in like the real world and like in the outside of the games. And then in the first movie and this one, it's always like either Luigi or Toad or like somebody else, like another character besides Mario, is the one to be like, "Oh, Mario, you like her, don't you?" Then he's like, "Oh, blah, blah." Like it's never him like expressing it to them first or like expressing it to her directly. It's always somebody else bringing it up first, and it just doesn't feel quite like very well done.
I think we call that het slop now. Based on the chat earlier.
Yeah, that's
I think so.
That was in the pre-show.
Oh, het slop with
Het
a T.
slop, yeah, with a T.
Okay,
Yes.
I heard head slop, and I was
No,
like,
no.
I missed a chat
Oh,
somewhere because that
no.
sounds
Not
dirty.
head slob. No. Okay, Bowser Jr. shows up after Bowser is trying to convince Mario and Luigi to make him big again, to rescue his dad from Mario and Luigi. The fight ensues, and in the process,
Very cool.
But that was a great fight when we see the paint for the first time with Bowser Jr. He picks up the entire castle and drops them into the Honey Hive Galaxy. Jerica, I'm curious if you had this thought with Bowser Jr. that I had. I was like, are we going to see the Inkling kids at some point? The Squid kids?
I know,
Because there's
yeah.
so much paint happening.
Yeah.
Because
in this
anything
movie.
could be possible as we're getting introduced to the different
Yeah.
possibilities in this movie. We're going everywhere, so who knows?
I had a feeling, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
And like, the paint, that is we've been seeing the paint in Mario. At least since Sunshine, maybe before Sunshine, I'm not positive. Sunshine mentioned.
because
Speaking of
Sunshine,
getting a bad rap.
if I'm not mistaken, Sunshine was the first game that Bowser Jr. was really center stage, right?
I think High Score Weekly told us last night. Galaxy, yeah.
No,
Right?
Sunshine.
Are you sure? Because I feel like High Score or Josh told us last night it was because I asked something. I don't remember what I asked, but he said it was Galaxy. But I don't know.
I never played much of Sunshine. I just remember
I don't
people
think
talking
Bowser
about
Jr.
like
is the big bad in Sunshine. I don't think.
It's
I
got to be
remember-
Galaxy because this is the Galaxy movie, so that
Sure.
made sense to me when he shared that with me. Sunshine has the paint theme. Sunshine was the first appearance
Oh.
of Bowser Jr. So
There you go.
You are
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Never mind.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I remember there being a
Metal
whole thing of
Mario,
like
Dark
him-
Metal Mario being a big thing in Sunshine. So I was thinking that
I thought
he
we were
was,
gonna
like,
get
the main
that.
bad guy. Yeah. Sorry.
I thought we were
Jordan,
gonna
go.
maybe get Metal Mario.
There you go. I remember they're just like I haven't played a whole lot of Sunshine. I just remember people talking about like the big driving theory from the game is that like Peach and Bowser actually are like a thing, and Peach is because doesn't he think that Peach is his mom and all that in the game? I don't know. There's something about that.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Cool.
That is a thing. I forgot about
Cool.
that. Always calling Peach mom.
That's fun.
Weird.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
That's not
So the theory on the internet is that she's not really being kidnapped. That's just them like using the excuse to run away and just go at each other. Yeah. So.
Hat slop. So we are
remind
taken
me.
to the Honey Hive Galaxy with the crew and the entire Peach's castle, and the Queen Bee. I don't remember if the Queen Bee has a name because
Issa
she's
Rae.
only in the movie for 7
which
seconds.
is awesome because like fun. Not that she doesn't have a name, but like I skipped Galaxy, so I started replaying it when obviously they got re-released,
Yeah.
and that I got to that part. So I was like, I know that big bee woman. I've seen her.
That's funny.
The beginning of Galaxy. I was like,
That's
this
so
game's
funny.
awesome.
Jericho
so yeah, I was
loves
like,
a
cool.
large antagonist.
Like a large
worm
insect.
adjacent.
I love a large insect woman. Davy James,
Hi,
who's no longer with
larva.
us.
All right.
Not because he died, because he left the chat. Davy James wrote in the Discord earlier, the bee planet is where I felt like it completely lost the non-existent plot. So you go to a planet, get chased by your crumbling castle twice, get captured, immediately released, and Bowser escapes 2 minutes later, made me think, what the hell was this all for? So I could go, oh, the bee lady who I never cared about. It was a movie built around the references it wanted to make, and only a third of them were warranted. is what
Perfectly
Davey-
summarized. I align perfectly with that statement.
I'm gonna disagree. But it's fine.
I did feel like I agree with a lot of what Davey's saying. That I feel like the Honey Hive Galaxy was one of the bigger issue is the only word I could find, but it's not the word I'm trying to say. It was like the biggest example of we're just here to make a reference. Like we're here for no more than 45 seconds and we are out of here because we just wanted to show the Queen Bee and Honey
we
Hive.
also just needed a reason to get, and that was the reason to get rid of Bowser at the time. Like,
Right.
move on from him and, like,
Yeah.
That's
progress the
true.
story.
Yeah, they did drop him off there. I'll be honest, as someone who like I played Galaxy and I have some gameplay on the screen too, actually from the Bee world or the Bee Kingdom. I didn't really play Galaxy that much, so a lot of this went over my head, and I just thought it was an example of like showing jumping through like the galaxies, like the
Interesting.
kingdoms. So like I wasn't bothered too much by it. I guess maybe because some of the references I just didn't get.
Sure.
But
That's fair.
I just felt like it was an
Yeah.
example of like moving through the galaxy, and I did love this. I don't know the technical term. I apologize, but the star like portals. I really liked
Yeah.
the way that they showed that. I thought it was really
So
good.
cool.
The noise and everything.
There is a name for them. They're like Luma. They're Luma something, but I forget
Yeah.
what they're called. Because so that's a good point though. Because Galaxy, I think, is probably the Mario game I've played the most. I think I've 100% of that game twice. Because I fucking love Galaxy so much, both 1 and 2. And so I did a lot of the things that are like just references. Even though this one was really one of the only ones that kind of like weirdly bothered me. It was like, this is all we get kind of thing. Most of them though, I was like, I don't care. I'm just happy that we're seeing them. Like
Yeah.
the way that their bodies would like fly through space as if they went through the Luma
Yeah.
jump off pad thing.
was
There
cool.
was so much like Galaxy love in this movie, as you know, there should have been with the name
Yeah.
Galaxy. But yeah, High School Weekly, a couple things. He sends a non-highlighted message to say Mario 64 also had a strong paint theme with the actual paintings you jump in, which,
True.
as a quick sidebar, I also thought when Bowser showed us his painting, I thought they were going to maybe do something with like an N64 or the Mario 64 paint thing, but they didn't. But then he also says with another not highlighted message, it's kind of funny they stuck with the name Galaxies instead of planets, LOL. That was something that I also noticed of because yeah, there is like the planets are in the galaxy, but like it's the junk planet or whatever.
Yeah.
Which was
I
interesting.
guess here's, like, considered, like, different worlds to open it up to more
Yeah.
IP Nintendo
Yeah.
characters showing
Yeah.
up, I guess. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, I'm always looking for the next, like, want everything to have the Marvel cinematic touch.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
prior
Michaela,
to in-game.
I wonder if that's why I also wasn't really bothered because I also never really got to Galaxy. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Galaxy
It's-
is so good.
I would say that, yeah, I'm so glad. I, like, immediately after watching this movie, I'm like, I gotta get back to that game because, like, there's moments that I'm just like, oh shit, this does really well, and I'm glad this exists because I could see where this inspires. You know, Little Big Planet and like Astrobot like have a lot of
Yeah.
those just like cool platformer ideas, and like
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy is probably like, I'm like this game is probably my favorite Mario game. Like,
It's so fucking good. And there's so
feel
many
like-
like little references and characters, like the little wood guy with the like
yeah,
straight mouth, and
I
the
did
like the
recognize
cleaner
him.
guy and the
Yeah.
Gateway
and all of their
Galaxy.
voices. Like
So
someone was
many
country, and I loved it.
for
I need
sure.
more
Yeah.
southern speaking video game characters.
Oh.
I'm like, I didn't know they were from the South. That's cool.
I
listened
almost
to
feel like
in
this
Life
is like
is
a
Strange
way
game.
to. Oh, let's all talk at the same time. Next.
Oh,
1,
sorry.
2, 3. You first go.
I was gonna say in that moment in the theater, I literally leaned over and looked at Jericho. I was like, look at the little southern voice. It was really funny. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jordan.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like the Beehive place was almost a way to do a reference correctly because I know that it was a really brief pit stop, all said and done, but like they were still like it was a reference to the game, but they were still using that like pit stop as a way to move the characters along in their own way, because like that was when. Like you kind of have that, it comes to a head with Bowser actually looking like he's going to be like on their side. He like gives himself up to stay behind, and you think he may be like on a good turn up until like Bowser Jr. picks him up and they reunite, and he kind of falls back into his old ways or whatever. But like, I feel like they used the time on the bee planet to kind of have those character moments. It wasn't just like, oh, shiny thing. It was, them having those discussions and will he actually stay on their side? And then he kind of lives up to it, at least briefly. Like, so I feel like it wasn't wasted in the same way that other people seem to think that it was.
Yeah, I guess. I think to push back on that a little bit, I feel like those moments could have been anywhere. Like they were just walking through the field. There wasn't anything Honey Hive Galaxy about where they were. It just happened to be where they were, if that makes sense. For a movie that was so wrapped in references, for the only connection to the Honey Hive Galaxy being when they talk to Queen Bee, and then Queen Bee puts them on the like caterpillar-y thing, whatever that was. I forget.
I was gonna say there wasn't the beetle in it.
The beetle, yeah, the beetle, yeah. I couldn't remember what it was.
Famously, kind of a caterpillar.
Famously
Yes.
kind of a caterpillar, yeah.
Insects. Yes.
Insects with a big
Caterpillar famously.
With big asses.
bussy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of those.
The bee for bug.
Yes.
Bussy, yeah, sure. Okay, while they're there, one of those moments that you were referring to, though, Jordan, is Bowser makes a deal to serve their sentence in exchange for sending Mario and Luigi to the Gateway Galaxy because the Queen Bee tries to imprison them for destroying her whatever field. There's a name for the field. And so Mario, Yoshi, and Luigi get sent to the Gateway Galaxy while Bowser is supposed to serve their sentence in their stead. In the meantime, we cut to the Gateway Galaxy. We see Peach and Toad there, and Toad's backpack is stolen by Ukiki, the little monkey. And Ukiki takes it into the underworld of the Gateway Galaxy to Wart, who is the bad guy of Super Mario Brothers 2, which I thought was very fun. Yeah. And he's in his little casino. He's voiced by Luis Guzman, which was great. And one of my favorite segments of the movie was the casino fight with Peach and Toad. It was so cool. And like when she walks in and she takes that like the gravity step of like, and then we get the little, like we see the Koopa waitress like flying really swiftly and like turning around gravity wise into serving the drinks at the tables and stuff. I thought that whole section was really good. And then going into the fight was very fun too. Did y'all like this section?
I did zone out a little bit, not because of like how it was one of my favorite parts of the movie, but I did really start thinking like, man, we really haven't talked about like just casino levels in general. I'm not trying to get us there right now, but like, God, I love a good casino level in a video game. And I'm like, there's a lot of casino levels in video games. It didn't really occur to me until that moment. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I don't think I got to a casino area in a Mario game yet. I don't know if that happens in Galaxy or not, but like, God, I love a good casino.
Oh yeah.
Casino
Galaxy has it all.
Video games. God.
Do y'all know, are the ninjas ever like truly like enemies in the games? Because like the only place I've seen the ninjas are in Wonder, and they're like in the background like dancing and stuff. They're having fun. And so whenever he like calls them, and April was like, or my daughter was like, oh, they're not bad. It's me fine. But
That's
then
funny.
they start attacking her.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe Josh in the chat would know. You can highlight or not highlight, your choice. I'll read it. He asked for this. I'm sorry. But Ninja from Super Mario Brothers 2 with Wart, Birdo, and Clawdude and Mouser. Okay, so they're
Okay.
Mario Brothers 2. That's right.
I forgot that they were in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, what's this? Wart was also in Link's Awakening. That was one of the Mario references in Link's Awakening.
Nice. Very fun.
Yeah.
So Peach and Toad just kick all their asses. Their butts, because it's a children's movie. And Peach shakes down Wart for Rosalina's location after beating up all of his goons.
Peach got big.
Peach got big.
I like that.
Hell yeah. Let's
Mommy
go.
likey.
Step on me.
And then Wart is like, find me fucking Bowser Jr. when she leaves, because Bowser Jr. in Big Doo-Doo now.
Yeah. And quick Birdo reveal. And
and the 4 seconds of Birdo.
Yeah.
I
you
did
got
like
her
the
little sound, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And I like when Birdo like tightened her bow to like get in the fight with
Their bow.
Their bow. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think. Right?
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure.
Okay. Yeah, pretty sure. P-sure. In the meanwhile, Bowser is rescued by his son from the bees the Killer Bees, which, by the way, is a
back.
very quick aside. The 911 episode of the bee tornado, definitely worth watching. Speaking of bees,
It's fucking
God,
great.
911.
it's
What a
fucking
niche
great.
reference.
It's a
my
3-episode arc worth every minute of
Let's
it, I swear.
fucking go.
Yeah, it's
let's
so
do that
fucking
podcast
good. Can we
on
watch
that
that
episode.
now?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, dude,
I fell
look,
off that show, but let's
I'm not
fucking go.
joking. I've watched like 6 episodes of 911 ever, and 3 of them was that episode arc. I had the best fucking time watching
Let's
it. It was
go.
so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Bowser is rescued by his son from the bees, and we learn about the plot for Bowser to steal the power from Rosalina to destroy worlds. But Bowser doesn't want to hurt Mario and Luigi in the process, and he's like, "Oh, but they're good guys. I don't want to be a bad guy." Which is like, ooh, what I was referring to earlier was like, is this gonna be? Do we get like a cool Bowser's not bad thing? And then we didn't get it, but oh well.
Yeah.
No.
Peach and Toad, and we go back to the Gateway Galaxy. They're trying to get off-world to go find Bowser Jr.'s location, and they need a ship. There's the fun moment with Rob, R-O-B, of like, where is the launch pad or whatever? And it's like, over.
I'm sorry. I laughed every time that happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm childish.
Yeah, it was very good. And then we later when Mario and Luigi we get, and it's like, it's the perfect timing too of like, you can kind of tell sometimes that this movie was made by a boardroom, but it's like, I kind of don't care of like, okay,
Yeah.
we gotta bring this reference back, but it only can be like a fourth of the length because that's the length that it should be for a callback. But I didn't care. It was great.
To Josh's point in the chat, though, it did very much remind me of the Zootopia scene with the DMV, like where he's
That's
like, which that's just as funny in my opinion. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I digress.
The classic bit. And then this is when Hollywood fucking ruining the surprise comes to play when they need a ship, they need a driver, a pilot rather, and we meet Fox and Cloud, and we get the very
Were the
cool
Pikmin
Fox
before
McCloud
this
intro.
or after?
Pikmin
Before.
were on the way to Fox McCloud, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're before, before you see him.
Yeah, good call.
Their
Do you wanna
ship
talk about
lands and it
Just
zooms
saying.
way out, and it's like,
Yeah,
that was good.
It's the
Very
best
good.
moment of the game. Did the, if anything, the strongest point of the movie right there. It was like 1 second long.
yeah. Kayla, did Jericho pop the fuck off when the Pikmin were?
Oh my
revealed?
God, yes, her and Audrey, they
That's
both
fine.
did. They were like,
Here's the deal. Can I tell you a
I
little,
was like,
little,
yeah.
little, like
Yeah.
30-second story?
Come on, bring it.
You know, I'm in bed. Audrey's also in bed, painting a picture. I'm scrolling social media, and I
Sorry,
see a
she's
little,
painting a picture, or you're painting us a picture?
I'm painting you a picture.
Okay,
She
gotcha.
might have been painting a picture. I wasn't talking to her. She was on her phone. And I gasped because I saw like a little image of like a promotional clip that had, like, if you pause it just right, there was a Pikmin there, and I was like, oh. And she's like, what? And I was like, I thought it was fake. Like, I was like, oh, this is not, someone's just trying to get me. This isn't real. And I thought, like, I didn't want to tell her that and think, oh, I thought Pikmin were in the movie. I didn't want all that explanation. Like,
Yeah.
don't. So I was like a little excited still for this movie because I just like, I want to see Pikmin. I want them everywhere. So yes, it really did surprise me to see that they were maybe actually in some promotional material
Yeah.
for this movie, like subliminal messaging, which I wouldn't expect anything less from my little Pikmin friends. So
I'll say seeing Pikmin immediately followed by seeing Fox McCloud, I was like, that
Best
can't
moments
be
of
it. That can't be it. Like, we're gonna get more. That's why I was like, I was shocked we didn't get Wario. I was shocked we didn't get just Captain Falcon, like nothing else. I was shocked with
I mean,
how
Samus, like, come on, we're in space.
there was a moment,
like-
Jordan. I was like, "Are we gonna get Samus? Is Jordan gonna cream his
Like-
leathers because we get Samus?"
Is there a gun on
I
the ground
actually
or
never
something?
even thought about seeing her. I was trying to keep
I
an eye out
really,
for the
like,
ships,
That's who
like
I
to
thought
see if it
we
was like
might.
Captain Falcon's ship or something. Like, I don't know.
I was thinking Metroid. Like, I would see some kind of hint, a ship. Yeah, just something else.
There's got to be more, like those ships are like flying past so quickly. There's got to be more that we didn't catch.
Oh,
that I
there's got to
didn't
be
catch.
so many references we've not caught, for sure. There's some like jumping back and forth. I've mixed up a little bit of the timeline here, but we get the Fox McCloud cool like 80s animated show intro of like learning about who he is and his team, and we get the fun like we see a frame of the N64
That was
frog guy, which was fun.
Slippy.
Yeah.
Slippy. Yeah, I was gonna say Skippy. I was like, no, that's the peanut butter.
What did he say? Something about like that's what you get when you have your engineer's a frog.
Yeah,
He's just like,
yeah.
like
Which is very good. I thought that was a great part of the movie was the introduction of Fox.
so good. My daughter was popping out for that with all that animation, which was incredible.
great.
Oh, I was
Like
like,
I did
please,
not
yeah,
expect an animation change for this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
at all.
I need that the rest of the movie for Fox. Like, let's
Speaking
go.
of that, we didn't talk about the fucking amazing puppetry from a little bit
Yeah.
ago when we learn about
yeah.
the scheme to destroy worlds.
That was
It was
really
like,
cool.
Oh, that was so good. And like bringing it back for the credits, I was like, I'm so glad because I want a whole game in that style. That like
Yeah.
puppet.
Game.
Oh god, dude, it was so good.
Because it was so
Felt that
seamless. Like
boxing
them-
win.
Oh, true.
What are we getting at?
There's Yoshi's Woolly World. Anybody play that one?
No.
I have. Yeah. Got the little special edition with the woolly Yoshi amiibo.
I want
Yeah,
that.
I like to squeeze that guy once in a while.
Squeeze
I
them.
want that.
Any squeezers? But we get Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi catching up to Fox and Toad and Peach here meeting, and there's the fun like, are Fox and Mario gonna be like immediately enemies, like fighting over Peach? And I was like, oh, that'll be so rote. And then he's like, oh, cool ship. And he's like, thanks, or whatever. It's like, okay, good. Fucking dodge that bullet. We can just like move
They don't
on.
have
thought that
time
was
for
gonna-
that.
I thought that was gonna happen
conflict.
too.
Honestly,
Yeah.
this movie
I
is moving
actually-
so fast. There's no time.
I actually think they were trying to intentionally make you think that was going to happen by the
Yes,
way that like
for
they set it
sure.
up, which I think was clever. Like
Yeah.
there's a couple little things like that where you could tell like they are making this for the us that are watching it. Like
Sure.
like it felt like I was kind of like reaching like a wink through the screen, you know? Do you like my wink?
But right before that, though, with him coming in for the handshake,
Okay, that was so cringe. I hated that part. I don't know what it was.
I thought it was
about
hysterical. It would have been more cringe, I think, if she didn't say something, because then she was even like, handshake? Like, the
Yeah,
way
That
she
was
said
funny.
it.
yeah.
I didn't think her addressing
I
it
was
was
like,
funny.
oh.
Yeah.
I think that
guess
like
we
no disrespect to Anya Taylor-Joy, right? That's who.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she really leveled up her performance in this movie compared to the first one. Like,
would agree
there
with
was
that.
something.
I agree too.
I don't know if it was the script itself. Sometimes that really is the issue. Like sometimes like people can just act their asses off left and right, but if the script is not very good, then there's only so much they can do, kind of thing. And I feel like that was kind of what happened in the first movie, where it just sounded like Anya Taylor-Joy in an American accent saying words. It didn't sound like acting as Princess Peach. But like, this movie, it was like really, really, really good. I thought.
Y'all want a hot take?
Tell me,
Sure.
I think this is Anya Taylor-Joy's best performance
Wow.
like of anything?
of anything.
Oh wow.
I
Interesting.
don't love her performances historically, and I really,
Gotcha.
really liked her as Peach. in
Queen's
this movie.
Gambit?
Yeah, didn't like it as much. Yeah.
I am a
Wow.
huge Brie Larson lover, and I thought she did great. I know
wasn't in
we've
it.
already talked about she wasn't in here a whole lot, but
Mad
when she
about it.
was, what's that?
I'm mad about it. We'll get to
The
that
lack
later.
of
I'm just
Rosalina.
like,
Yeah,
come
we'll
on.
get to it.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
But yeah, we're like more than halfway through the movie at this point, and we haven't seen Rosalina except for like 3 seconds since the opening bit.
Dang. Stuck
And
in
it was
that
like,
goo.
come on.
I have the
dude.
news.
Yeah. Okay, they take off into the galaxy to go after Rosalina, to find Rosalina, and they are attacked by Bowser Jr.'s Emperor Palpatine starship cruiser thing and crash into the Fossil Falls, another Odyssey world where the T-Rex is. And on their way down, this is when Bowser's like, oh, no, I don't want you to hurt my bros. And Bowser Jr.'s like, oh, I'll just do this fun little gun that turns them into babies. Then we got Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, which I did laugh at. This got me. I was like, oh, this is good. That all of it is happening because the babies are now babies and are just like touching buttons and like crash them basically, which was good.
Okay, I'm so glad that we were doing this bit by bit because she had to go to the bathroom like toward the end of the dogfight segment. So like by the time I got back in the theater, like I could like as we're walking back to the seats, I hear Luigi saying something about like oh, whenever I was a baby, my thoughts were just blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, I missed that entire part. Oh well, it's
You
fine.
missed the being babies. So yeah, they get turned into babies, and then Toad is tasked with like watching the babies because they're babies and they're just like being chaotic demons.
Yep.
And Peach and Fox are trying to figure out like how to fix the ship or whatever. And they run into the T-Rex, and the babies are being babies, and so they wake up the T-Rex, and hijinks ensue. And Toad gets turned into a baby, and then T-Rex gets turned into a baby. It's a whole baby hijinks, which was very fun, I thought. But then, even though I enjoyed it, in the middle of it, I was like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it? Like,
exactly.
why aren't we just getting more story? And why are we just doing baby hijinks? Even though I was laughing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it happens. And then High School Weekly does say in the chat, Baby Park is fave. That's true. And also, I was wondering if the T-Rex sound was from Jurassic Park 2, because it really sounded just like the Jurassic Park T-Rex that we've all heard 1,000 times.
Yep.
I mean, it's got to be like
Resist.
a sound bit, right? You can
It
choose,
must be,
you know?
right?
Probably
Has to be
like the
at this
classic
point.
Eagles, like, you know,
Yeah.
like they use in everything.
And the Wilhelm scream. You know?
Yeah, the scream for sure. Let's see, and then there's also a very funny bit. I hope you heard, Cog, when Luigi, they get back and Luigi like tries to send in like a help signal. I don't remember what he says, but he like rubs his mustache and said a line that I got a good.
He
laugh
says something
out of.
like, yeah, he's like, yeah, breaker, breaker. This is big green with
This is big green with
was
little
funny.
red, and
Yeah.
it
That was
sounded
funny.
yeah, it was very good.
That was funny.
But
then
this
there was
is
some quip about they keep picking up more dinosaurs because they brought back the baby T-Rex or whatever. Like that was pretty good.
yeah, and then that help message makes its way to the Comet Observatory, and all the Lumas that are just like having a fucking rager without mom hear it, and they're like, "Oh, we need to go help." So they show up with the Comet Observatory to help, and they all get in this giant ship and fly toward Bowser Jr. And in the meantime, this is where we learn that our Peach remembers her past by going through her library and seeing things, and we get the lore that they can create cosmic dust if they touch, which I was like, okay, sure.
It was a cute moment. It was giving Anna and Elsa from Frozen for
It was.
sure.
It was.
This is like a slight detour, and I'm so sorry, but I totally forgot to mention this. But one thing I did like was the Toad and Yoshi beef the whole time. I thought that was really
That
funny.
was good.
And, like how
the
Toad
Toad and
like
Yoshi
hated
beef was
Yoshi. Is that canon? Is that canonically correct? Is Toad not
I don't
like
know.
Yoshi?
think so.
I don't know.
I
don't
feel
think
I
so.
don't know. Like I enjoyed all of Toad's moments in this movie. Like that's probably my
freaking love
favorite
Toad.
character from the movie is Toad.
Keegan-Michael
like
Key.
in this movie, just sort of a cranky little bitch. I understand that. You know,
Exactly.
I lied.
Sorry, cosmic dust. That's where we're at.
Yeah,
I
no. Yeah,
apologize.
you're good. And we get something that I think, a lot of people have kind of assumed that they are officially sisters because, the hair has always been so similar. They have like the exact same build. They look really identical almost.
Blonde.
But exactly. But we now learn for sure that they are sisters, and that Rosalina sent her away to protect her because they were trying to steal their powers back when Peach was a tiny, tiny baby. And then the Toads raised her in the Mushroom Kingdom and protected her and all that stuff. So we got that backstory on their way to the Junkyard Galaxy or whatever that is, Jordan.
So again, not a galaxy knower. In that story, there's like, oh yeah, the bad people came, and like, was that a reference to something in Galaxy that I would not have known having not played?
I
the game?
don't think so.
Okay, because like,
And if it
looked
was,
like,
I forgot.
because it looked like very intentional. Like there was like purple lights kind of coming through the trees. Like, it looked like it was like a very intentional reference that I just didn't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was just nothing.
No, like there is which you probably know from the little bit of Galaxy you played. Like Rosalina reading them a story is a thing that happens in the game, and it's like, but I don't think it's a story like that with this like ominous threat that I remember at least. But I could just be
Oh well, I didn't know if that ominous threat was like in the games, like as an
I don't think
antagonist
so.
or something like that. Okay,
I don't think
gotcha.
so. Because it kind of looked like the same thing from the beginning of the movie. The like 3-legged, big-eyed thing of Bowser Jr.'s in the flashback. But maybe I'm
I thought you
fabricating a
didn't
memory.
see.
No, okay, maybe I might be fabricating that.
I should say I only remember seeing lights, like
Okay.
purple lights through the trees and like some noises, but I don't remember seeing like a silhouette necessarily. So
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Maybe I saw the light and I assumed that they were saying that it was the same thing, but
Gotcha. Okay.
maybe. I don't know.
Also, tell me what the storybook moments were really giving like Paper Mario energy. Did you guys pick that up? I felt like I was like, oh, we got
A little
some,
bit.
like Paper Mario energy. Like
Thousand Year
like
Door is very storybook.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
I don't
plot.
know. Like,
I was
possibly
picking up the
some
galaxy
things
energy
from it.
because it's like a direct galaxy thing. But as someone who
Yeah.
wasn't a galaxy knower, I see the Paper Mario connection for sure.
Yeah,
Or just setting up for Yoshi and the
that's
Mysterious Book.
which I'm so excited for.
Me
Can't
too.
wait.
Number 1 draft pick, baby.
Let's go. Y'all sleeping on it. I'm not in last. I don't
You're
think.
last.
I think
gotta do a fantasy
famously
critic.
either
Q1 update.
I actually don't know who's in last.
it's either me or Jake, but if it is Jake, it's because he hasn't had any games come out yet.
And he
And
has.
I'm over here with like
That
a number negative 10.
That's right. High School Wrigley said he asked his kids what they thought about the reveal, and they were like, "We already knew that." So that's funny. Okay, they make it there. They make it to the Junkyard Galaxy. I can't remember exactly. It's Junk something Galaxy. To try and save Rosalina, they split up. Mario and Peach try to sneak into Bowser's base, and they are caught in the process by Bowser, and Mario kicks him or knocks him into lava where he becomes Dry Bowser. But before we get to that moment, we get my favorite sequence in the movie.
So good.
When Mario and Peach are in that like alleyway and we're cutting back and forth between Mario and Peach and Bowser Jr. with like the Super Nintendo view or the NES view, and we're getting them like going over the obstacles and stuff. But there one shot in particular is like as it's wrapping up, it like pans and we get a shot similar to that shot in the first movie in Brooklyn where Mario and Luigi are like doing the 2D level. We got like a version of that here that I thought was just a lot more visually appealing because then it like transitioned into the NES version that was Bowser Jr. was saying. And it was like, it was fucking so
Perfect.
good.
So good.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure you knew this, and maybe you're about to say it, but like the whole like that fight with Bowser on the bridge is a reference to the original game too, with like having to use his axe to break the bridge, and that's how you win
Very
the
good.
game.
Yeah, very,
perfect.
very good. It was weird to me though. Did y'all like, so Bowser gets turned into Dry Bowser, as in Dry Bones, as in
I
the
was
characters
like,
that have been in the
here they
game the
are.
whole time. And they don't call him that. They're just like, he's a skeleton now.
It's strange. Yeah.
It's like,
I
why
thought
are
it
we
was
calling him
weird.
Dry Bowser? That's like an established name. I thought that was very strange.
Maybe they were
Also,
afraid non-fans would be like, why? But I feel like
Yeah.
only fans are going to see this movie, so it was
Sure.
strange to not use the actual term for his dry bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Learned
two
about
things.
that
I think
recently, so I wanted
yeah.
to say it again.
I think two things. One, we should flip it, and now they are just Koopa is Bowser or whatever, and if they have skin, now they are Wet Bowser, Wet Koopa.
Oh,
Wet
I don't like
bones.
the.
I said wet
don't
bones.
Like,
There's never an opportunity for me to miss out on wet bones.
Yeah,
So
Exactly.
no.
Was
I don't
there
like
ever
it.
a this may be a Josh in the chat question, maybe it's a Patrick question as our guide through this episode. Was there in the sequence that I missed or anywhere else, maybe was there ever like a Wonder Flower or anything?
Nope.
Because even in the official merch, they call like it's obvious to me as someone who's played like so many hours with the kids that Bowser Jr.'s outfit, like when he paints himself up, like that's his outfit or his design from Mario Wonder. And even in the official merch, they call that outfit like Wonder Bowser Jr. But they never have a Wonder
No.
Flower in the movie.
No, not that I saw at least.
All right.
Yeah. I bet if we get another Mario movie, I mean, which we will, I bet the Wonder Flower will be in the next movie. Almost certainly.
I have a question.
Kayla?
Did we pass the Delfino little guys yet from Super
Oh yeah,
Mario
they were on
Sunshine?
the Gateway Galaxy.
Gateway Galaxy.
I wanted to stand up in my seat. I was so excited. Oh
Did
my
we
God.
not see Delfino residents before this?
Even if we did, it doesn't matter.
I
was
don't
still
remember.
standing up in my seat. And then I did miss this, but apparently, is it Bowser or someone's opening their toolbox? The little like flood machine is like in the toolbox.
I missed that. I didn't see
Yeah.
that. Josh wrote about that in the Discord, and I didn't see
Yeah.
that, which I'm pissed about.
Oh,
that's cool.
Guess I gotta
forgot
see it
about
again.
Discord submissions too. If
Oh
we're
yeah,
not
I'll
bitching
circle back.
anymore.
I've thrown in a couple
We'll put a
little
pin in
bits
it.
and pieces of a
We'll put
couple.
it in it.
We'll circle back. Q2 just started. um, okay, so they fight what they aren't calling Dry Bowser, which I refuse to let them get away with. And we get what do we call that when people come
Reunited?
back together? Reunited with Yoshi and Toad. And meanwhile, Peach is going after Rosalina. She's in her little Magneto cage, and Peach is like, "Come here, touch my hand." And that happens, and it's just green grass all over. Their cosmic powers are activated, and the movie ends in
Stunning.
like 45 seconds after this, basically.
Yeah.
There's more.
Stunning
I still have more,
sequence.
but that was a very cool sequence for sure.
I have to call it like the way that they brought in all those other power ups for that fight and the fight itself. Awesome.
Yeah, with the
love
dragon.
it. That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just they clearly did this just to be able to focus on Mario and Luigi, but just Yoshi just getting the balloon power and doing nothing the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that was very good. And yeah, I liked Luigi getting the cloud power, Mario getting the like drill power.
Yeah.
That was a really good fight sequence for sure. I had forgotten about the balloon power up, and then when I came home, I immediately picked up my playthrough of Galaxy 2 when that was released last year. And the first Galaxy I went to was you get Yoshi and you get the balloon power. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And it was right there.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
Can you play Odyssey or not Odyssey? Galaxy and Galaxy 2 on Nintendo Switch Online?
Yeah.
Is that on there?
Not
Okay.
online.
I think
Online,
I'm-
no.
Not online. Okay.
You gotta buy them.
Gotta buy them. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're
They,
it's either
they have-
70 for both of them or 40 each, I think.
Really worth your money.
Correct.
Totally worth it. Like,
It's great. They
Yeah.
look
I-
they
Fucking
look
S
like
tier
brand
Mario
new
games.
Mario games. Like I was really
Really?
excited like how
Yeah.
it looked. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I got
They
a
hold up
Mario
Sadly-
game after all.
Sadly, Kayla, the Nintendo Switch Online only goes so far as GameCube thus far, and Galaxy 1 and 2 are both on the Wii.
yeah.
So
And they do a good job of, because they were very Wiimote focused being on the Wii. They do a good job of not making it necessary to play with your Joy-Cons.
Oh,
but it does
shit.
feel
Yeah,
better
you're right.
to play with the Joy-Cons.
I didn't consider that. How
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I wouldn't even consider that was the way you played this game because it works so well just a controller.
They do a really good job with it, especially with like the Pro controller. Sometimes it can be a little tough in handheld mode because there's a lot of like picking up the star bits that is a
Yeah.
bit tough in handheld mode. You can do it with like your finger on the touchscreen, or you can like move the whole switch around. It just doesn't feel as good
yeah.
because you used to
Or
pick them up by
wonky.
pointing the Wiimote at them.
Yeah. I did play a little on the Wii, but I don't remember finishing it. Like
Gotcha.
I don't remember. Like it's not something that stands out for me. So I would like to replay it.
Hell yeah.
Noah's in the chat. What?
No in the chat. Let's see. So yeah, we beat Bowser. They're with their powers combined, they create grass.
Captain
And-
Planet.
Exactly. And the world is saved, and they decide that they want to all go live at Peach's castle. And then Mario and Luigi are like, "Ugh, well,
That was a good that was
Nice.
a good moment.
yeah, that was a funny moment.
That was funny because it's like, at the end of these types of movies, you're like, oh, and the heroes go home. And it's so nice. And like they can't go home because
Yeah.
the castle's
And then we got the fun building montage of kind of like, again, dipping their toe into like a few different games at that point of showing, like, I think that we got some Super Mario World in this montage.
Yes.
A little bit, which was cool. And then Mario puts on his cape from Mario 3, flies up to the top of the castle when it's done, plants the flag, and the movie's over. And I was like,
I was like, oh.
What?
Yeah, the Super Mario World was great again. 'Cause, like, I mean, Kiddo and I just fired that up on Nintendo Switch Online like 2 weeks ago. So she was calling that out like, "Oh, that's the first Mario game," and I was, "It's the fourth one, you idiot!" But no, it's
kids these days.
God.
Poor Noah. He came in at the very last moment of the movie when we're going through the plot.
I mean,
Sorry,
it's
buddy.
not like like it's a Mario movie. What do you,
Sure.
yeah.
And this is when Oscar Schindler comes in. No, I'm just kidding.
He said, "I'm making a list," and then
Exactly.
it goes
Nintendo already
credits.
spoiled it for you, and more
So
than
true.
we've spoiled it so far.
Yeah.
Which we didn't talk about. But.
And then we get two post-credit scene. We get
we do?
As we mentioned earlier, yes, you only saw one.
I only saw one.
Oh, brother.
Carry on.
So there's
Carry on,
two. So
Papa.
the first one, we get the aforementioned existential Luma as jail
my God.
cop.
So
Which was
good.
like,
Luma
fuck.
Lee.
Say again?
Luma Lee is her
Luma
name.
Lee, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this is what we were missing this movie, is her fucking comedic timing.
It was so
Isn't
good.
that
too.
someone's
So
daughter?
good. It
Like
is.
someone on
Yeah.
the crew's daughter? That,
It is. It is. Yeah.
It is.
That's so funny.
And then the post credit scene, we go back to the Gateway Galaxy and we see little Ukiki, the little monkey, trying to do another robbery of one of the little like wood guys, and Ukiki is stopped in its tracks by a white glove with some flowers on it, and we pan up and it is Princess Daisy. We see Princess Daisy at the very end. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think they're
We
going to have
don't-
stronger reveals, but
Yeah.
still exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
No
I was
voice
excited.
because they haven't cast Zendaya yet, but fucking sniper.
No, so
right now.
this
I love it,
is perfect. I didn't even know that was the thing because again, I assumed it was just the one, and so we headed out after that. But earlier in the movie, as you probably recall, Luigi says something like, "Why don't you go ask her out, and then ask her if she has a friend?" And Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure the first Wario game is also where we first meet Princess Daisy. Correct?
I think that is correct. I forget the name.
Yoshi shows up and like, I have this creep. His name's Wario. Can you help me with him?
Sure.
Is that pretty much how the game happens in the game? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Dang.
There's a name for it. It's like it's
Super Mario Land on Game Boy is Daisy. Is there not a connection between Daisy and Wario? I thought that there was.
Maybe not. Then
I don't
Dang.
know
Darn.
enough about it, but I actually was really excited to see Daisy. Daisy's always been my favorite princess. Like,
Yeah.
I've always loved like her, and as soon as I caught that too, where they're like, I hope she has a friend, I was like, where's Daisy? Go, where's Daisy?
Yeah, that was my first thought
So,
too.
I'm excited.
before we get into pontificating about the future, what we hope we see, what we think we might see, I want to just do a couple more from the Discord. We shared Davies, we shared coal mines. If you're not in the Discord, I do recommend going to dropinDropoutPod.com and joining the Discord, especially just to read Josh's full review. It is very long, and I joked about it earlier, but it is very good, and he has a lot of great points and really points out a lot of cool like inside baseball things about the franchise. But he also mentioned, speaking of the Daisy stuff, there was like some motif in her little reveal of like notes that we hear. I'm having trouble finding it in his actual review, but I saw it a second ago and now I can't find it. Oh, Daisy Crow's post credits reveal had a micro motif 3-note trill borrowed straight from Sarasaland on Game Boy, the kingdom she is a princess from, which I thought was fun.
That is fun.
But ultimately, yeah, Josh's write-in was it covered a lot of really good like nostalgia-based stuff, and it's a nice read. I definitely recommend going and reading it. And he also has a lot to say about the music, which I feel like we didn't talk enough about this movie. I feel like there's so much good musical shit in this movie, like the Gusty Gardens Galaxy full orchestration I thought was so good. And actually, Josh, do you know, so during that final fight when Mario gets his like extra outfit on or whatever, or maybe it's during the building sequence, I forget, but we got a theme for Mario that I couldn't pinpoint. And I don't think it's just the Mario movie theme. I think it's a different theme. And I listened through I like quickly went through the entire Galaxy and Galaxy 1-2 soundtrack, and I couldn't find it. If you know the moment I'm talking about, please help, because I love that bit of music and I can't find it. But yeah, shout out to the music in this movie. It's very, very
Because again, like not only was it incredible, but also they kept it to just the one actual IRL needle drop, which that was like, I know we've talked about ad nauseum in the Discord and the internet has as well, of like, why did they just throw in like Take On Me during this sequence? Like there's just like so many real like stupid needle drops in the first movie that didn't make any sense.
Agreed.
And so for the only one that they did to be Biggie Smalls as Yoshi's going through New York was amazing.
It was very good. Very good. Okay, so now that the movie is over, what do we want next? What do we think happens next? Obviously, we see Daisy, so Daisy will be involved in some capacity. But I think I was expecting there to be some more like suggestion of more Smash Brothers characters, which we didn't get.
They did this also great, but when Luigi, he's like, I never learned how to draw, and whatever he draws turns into Mr. Game & Watch.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
That was cool.
And then his little hammer smack like detonates.
Jerica, what do you hope to see, or what do you think we might see?
I want as many characters to show up as possible.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be spectacular and just idiotic if they don't go Super Smash Bros. Like, I think we get eventually that kind of movie, and can it build up to like a championship, or they have to fight for some reason? That's for them to decide. But
Sure.
I'm really hopeful that we get like I'm a big Star Fox fan, so I'm dying for a new game. I'm dying for Fox McCloud to get time to shine again. Like, I miss that. And it being taken seriously, because I feel like we just haven't had a great game in a really long time.
That's since the game.
So yeah, that's what I want. I think biggest thing, and I'm really serious. Like, I think a Pikmin movie would be awesome. Like, the Pikmin can just be in their own movie. Like, I'm ready for that to happen. If anything, I'm sure they'll show up as cameos, but like have them have a part. The Star Fox, that's where I really wanted to go. It got me excited.
I mean, you cast Glenn Powell as Star Fox, you're getting a Star Fox movie. There's
He
way. He was very good. There's no way we don't get a Star Fox movie after this.
It wasn't enough. I was like, it
Wasn't
such a
enough
tease.
for sure. Yeah. And I feel like
was
they
pretty good,
gave him, even though there wasn't enough of him, they gave him enough that I don't see a world in which we don't get a Star Fox movie. Like, they really, I think we're setting the groundwork in this movie.
Yeah.
If they give us an animated series like that style, I'd be able with that too. That was
That
so
scene
good.
is actually specific. I was like, oh, this movie's just like Arcade, because like there's like parts of the show where they like take some creative liberties and like do a lot of like different types of art style and stylized animation that doesn't match like the style of the main content. And I love that ad for like the anime-esque like Star Fox. So like I'll take either one, but I'm sure we're getting a movie. But I'd love if we just all of a sudden we just got Star Fox content and just thrown in our faces. I just want it all over me. Throw it up all over me. Pee on me. Fox.
Allegedly, I don't know if you saw this in the Discord that somebody had brought up, Jerk.
Give it to me.
But there's rumors, Nate the Hate, saying that there's gonna be a new Star Fox game this year.
We talked about it ad nauseum on Spotlight episode 199 on Tuesday.
Listen,
In fact,
I saw a rumor on the street, because I'm like, after the movie, I was like, fuck, have they not give Pikmin for the Switch 2 love yet? Because I'm just dying.
not yet.
Hold on, I'm dying. I'm not
Oh
sure.
boy, there she goes.
Oh boy, there she goes.
While
folks.
she does that, Davy James says, "Give me Wario and
This
Waluigi
all
for
the way
the third
from
movie."
Japan, so I can play Pikmin 2 or Pikmin 4 on my Switch 2. I can't do this with my hat, and I don't have my headphones, so I don't know what y'all are saying. This is all I want to do. So we're on the street. We're getting an update finally this summer for Pikmin 4.
That'd be nice.
Switch 2 version. So like, if I get Star Fox and a Pikmin update,
That'd be nice.
this is the most I've ever touched a Nintendo console. Am I a Nintendo gal now? I might
Maybe.
be.
Might be.
Welcome.
Might be.
I do
it's on
agree
the
with
whole time.
Davey though that I feel like next Mario movie has to be Wario and Waluigi.
Yeah.
There's like you
I'm sorry I
can't.
interrupted. Yes,
No,
that makes
no.
sense. I sort of
No,
forgot
that's
about those two.
perfect.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would be shocked if we got more Pikmin stuff other than references in terms of
Yes.
a movie.
French Dip, I also said that. I was like, damn, am I attracted to Fox McCloud? I might be. Didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
What is it with foxes, like animated foxes, man?
I normally don't feel
Robin
that way,
Hood?
but like, I guess the swagger really got me.
Zootopia, that's a thing. There's an abortion comic.
Whoa.
What?
It's not a joke. That's a thing.
But why is that
What?
relevant?
Because he's a fox. We're talking
But
about foxes.
what does the abortion comic have anything to do with this?
I just mentioned Zootopia and the fox, and then the abortion comic is it's all in the same breath. I mean,
Christ. God.
how are you not following this?
I try to run a good show here. I try so hard.
Look where we've come.
I try so hard, and I
This
turn
weird
around for
Pikmin
3
head.
seconds, and Jarek is in a Pikmin head, and Cog is talking about abortion comics.
And I'm throwing up the JK Games intro on stream.
I tried so hard.
We're here.
Fuck. Kayla, what do you want to see next from this fucking studio?
Give me Animal Crossing. Where's Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you know.
Where's Isabel?
Where is Isabel?
Why is she not here? You give us everything else, you know. Now I don't know how interesting of a story you could do with this. But like I think that would be really cool. At least like a reference. Like think of Isabel and like the characters in this style of Mario. Like I think that giving them the little illumination treatment would like be really cool. I don't know.
Sure.
Like I think that would be interesting. And aside from that, like pinning that like separate idea, I think what I would like to see from the next Mario movie is them to be a little bit riskier with the story beats. Like I really want them to try to, I think they're probably terrified, if I had to guess, of like straying too far away from like the characters that we've known for years and years and years and are like so deeply ingrained in history. But like
Nintendo's list of things you can't do with Mario is very long.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Agreed.
I just wish they would take like a little bit. Yeah. David Jones said take one risk as a treat.
A little
Like,
treat.
you know, just a little bit. Like we don't have to make Mario and Luigi kiss, but like, you know, like something.
Just one back shot.
Like,
I don't know.
you know,
Could
we
be
don't
nice.
like, but I do think that they could, and maybe giving like the, I know it was like long rumored and like assumed about Rosalina and Peach, but that maybe that's a little step in the right direction of like taking a little liberty with the story and like running with it. But overall I still had a great time and like I love what it is as it is, but I think that I definitely will expect more from another follow-up.
Sure.
For sure. So
Maybe we find out that they're stepbrothers. And
Maybe.
they kiss a little
Stop.
He gets stuck in
That
a
was a
warp
joke.
pipe,
That
and
was
he's
a
like, "Help
joke.
me, step bro."
Get the lube. Help me through this pipe. I'm stuck.
Exactly.
We're plumbers.
Exactly.
Come plunge me, Sonny.
He's
Yeah.
he's
I guess
got
you
a
don't
pipe
say
for him,
that.
all right.
We've been mostly tame this whole episode, I would say. So
You say you
on
don't
here.
say that. I've said that this week. Come plunge me, Sonny.
I don't
we
know.
gotta get out of here. I forgot about my Alani again over here.
Oh fuck. I would love an Animal Crossing movie though, like from the perspective of a new villager, whether it's the island or the city or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that'd be fucking sick.
It'd be so fun.
But yeah, I do feel like Mario wise, I think the Wario Waluigi comment is a slam dunk. And I do think that next one, like the more I thought about it, I was surprised that we didn't get the Smash steps here. I mean, in a way, Fox is a step toward Smash, but going after 2 movies, that would have felt pretty fast.
Yeah.
So one more movie, I think, is a good way to like, okay, maybe next movie we meet Captain Falcon or we meet Kirby or whatever and start kind of dipping our toes more. And maybe the post-credit scene is like the hands or something. Like,
Ooh, I like that. That's hot. Do we
Ooh.
know like which game they follow with this one? They sort of like set themselves up for Galaxy, or do they move away from that? And
I
I just wonder,
mean,
do they tie it to something?
because
to
they
one of the
did
games?
so much Odyssey in this movie, I feel like Wonder now makes the most sense to me, Jordan, of like with the flower, having there be something about the Wonder Flower and Wario gets a hold of the Wonder Flower and now he's whatever, like, you know, now we have to stop him from doing something with the Wonder Flower that's nefarious or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I would love that.
High School
That
Musical,
that
it's
game
about
is such a
time.
delight.
It's such a delight. It's about time. That's the nicest thing I've ever said about that game. Typically, I don't have positive things to say about it. It's about time for the underwater portion of the movie franchise. Now that's interesting.
Josh, you, what,
I mean, cheap.
do you want that?
I love
be
the
good.
cheap
Weird.
scene in
Could
the
be good.
montage.
Oh, that was good. That was.
It was good.
Also, not enough of Mom and Son Penguin in the movies yet.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Mario 64. Could be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good creative leap. They can have Mario, toss the sun off a cliff.
Yeah, yeah. So we have Zootopia with the
Liking.
abortion comics, and we have Mario with throwing children off cliffs.
Infanticide, yeah.
And
Penguin
all the
and
pigmen
infanticide.
are gay, I think.
Yeah.
So I think that's been confirmed, just so you know.
I do believe that is canon that all the Pikmin.
It is.
They're just in a massive polycule.
Yes.
High School Weekly says Wario steals all the Mushroom Kingdom's gold, causing economic collapse.
Yeah.
I'll do you one
okay.
better. Wario institutes massive tariffs that cripple the Mushroom Kingdom, and Wario is a motif for Trump. Could be interesting. Could be
There we
interesting.
go. That's something.
Very good trade routes, and we can bring in the Trade Federation and those accents.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
All right, folks. Any final thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
I think that you should go see it and see what
agree.
you think for yourself. I think it's definitely worth paying the money to see. Especially if you're a fan of the franchise. Like, there's so many just like moments that made me smile in the movie. Like, regardless of the critiques that I have about maybe some of the choices or maybe lack thereof in certain areas, like, I left like truly with the biggest smile on my face, and that's all I could ask for out of this movie personally. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jericho, any final thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Here's the thing. This might make people mad, but I don't expect a lot from Pokemon. We get the same game every year. Mario, we get a really great game every few years, and they always blow me away. Why is Detective Pikachu a better movie than this movie? Let's fix it. Why is Pokemon? How are they able to layer the Pokemon into a great story, but they can't put Mario into a better story? Let's elevate the guy just a smidge. I don't want just a spectacle. I'm gonna be the one that says, let's have a better story for Mario. He deserves that.
Yeah.
Still
Like,
haven't seen
I,
Detective Pikachu.
not. Ooh, I haven't either, actually. I've heard pretty good things about it, though. Except for Mr. Mime being really, really creepy.
That was the
But
one.
that's
Yes,
just a given.
correct. More accurate.
And Jericho, I think that just goes back to like, I mean, even if the gameplay is pretty stagnant, here and there, but like Pokemon has like more of a story behind it. At least like, maybe it's not the deepest as far as, okay, you're a 10-year-old who's going for badges, but like there's more plot going on in a Pokemon game, generally speaking, than there is in a Mario platformer game.
Well-
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but come on.
No,
Mario needs
I still agree with you that they need to add more into the Mario. That's not me saying that they shouldn't try. That's just me saying like that's why I guess my expectations aren't really that high for a Mario movie because they're
I am.
like
We should all be this way with Nintendo. They get by with this mediocre story. They get me every year. I'm gonna buy Pikmin again.
I need to play
just-
Pikmin. I've
No,
never
I'm
played
sorry.
Pikmin more than a demo.
what? I actually haven't either.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not
Yeah.
doing.
And
this
now
show
now
anymore.
I'm afraid that makes us both homophobic for not playing it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have
exactly.
been on record saying I won't play Pikmin unless they're straight. So it's not good.
Put that
I
chat.
want
Put
that on
that.
a t-shirt.
The allegations are not good for me right now. It's not good.
That's
That's probably the most tame of the allegations. that
Probably,
we've had.
probably. I love het
Allegations.
slop. High School Review says gay Pikmin time codes already noted, Jordan.
Good.
All right, folks. Well, let us know what you thought about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What did we get wrong? What did we get right? What do you hope to see with the next movie in the franchise? We are going to be here next Thursday night with the French Dip. We've not announced that until right now. The French Dip joining the show to talk about our favorite or our year in gaming.
dipping in.
We need to. I need to figure out the pitch
He's
better.
dipping in.
He's dipping in, dip out. But we're going to be talking about. We're going to all choose a year in gaming and just kind of pitch why that's the best year in gaming, whether it's for us or for everybody, or I don't know. It'll be figured out and it'll be great. And then, of course, I want to replug episode 200 of the Spotlight Games podcast next Tuesday, April 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/Spotlight Games Pod. Who knows? Maybe you'll see a little something from the French Dip there as well.
Who up replugging?
Guess you're going to have to wait and see. Until next time, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go to dropanddrapout.com, join the Discord. But until then, bye-bye.
Bye.